Praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders that do well. Salutation to all the Akim, the 144, the house of David. The elect that scattered to the four corners of the globe that speak in tongues. We say Shalom.
Shalom, and we send your life to do so too.
There's just a quick touch on that. The woman, like when brothers come into the truth, that the women, their wives, they don't take this word serious, and like the apostles say that these women, they're not in the truth. They're not in the truth. And these women, they're like little children. You have to constantly be behind them, drilling this wood in the ears.
And just to say too, the woman is not as the woman of old times. That the scripture we're going at here now, and that 1 Peter 3 verse 5, we say, "For after this manner, the old time of the holy woman also, who trusted in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, adorned themselves, being in subjection unto their own husband." So the woman back then was in subjection to the husband, not like now. They revel in themselves and they're disobedient. Because just as Iwadash was saying, is that they feel that we should please them when them should please we.
And that was one in the that scripture, because that in Genesis 3 and 16 he say
bring it down there, man. And the other day for no, get it there now.
Genesis 16.
Yeah.
He said the Genesis 3:16, he said, "Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee." You understand? And that is the point there, that these women, right, their desire is supposed to be towards their husband. And the husband supposed to rule over them, not them ruling over their husband and telling the husband what to do.
Right, can.
Because being in the truth, in I think it's Surah chapter 2, he say, "When thou comest to serve the Most High, prepare yourself for temptation." And being men in the truth, we know that the spirits come in and test you. So these spirits, women being the weaker vessel, it's easy for spirits to jump on them.
Can. So we'll go to 1 Peter 3:1. Right? This is 1 Peter 3 verse 1. He said, "Likewise he wives, be in subjection to your own husband, that if any obey not the word, they also may without the word be won by the conversation of the wives." Right? So that I was saying that if they without the word they will be disobedient then. Right? Because this word conversation here, and you go back to this word, it be conduct. They won't be conducting themselves as they should be without the word.
It say if any obey not the word. So basically, when the wives, they're not obeying this word, basically they'll get caught up, with the 2/3, with the conversation and the way they care about themselves.
Can.
They wouldn't be kind about themselves in that godly manner.
Just to say too, and not only the word too, but Yahushai too. There will be disrespect because Yahushai is the word. So it come like a straight up disrespect because Yahushai give the word. You see, come in the volume of the work.
Well, and even just to show how deep it goes, because Yahushai is the word, and Yahushai over the men. You understand?
Can.
And women, the wives, supposed to represent their husband in the men's absence.
Can.
You know?
Can.
So really and truly, you're disrespecting your head, which is your husband.
Can.
You know, this is 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 18. Yeah, he says, servants, be subject to your masters with all fear, not only to the good and gentle, but also to the froward. And this is what women, you know, this is what the wives is. They're really servants to their husband.
Can.
You understand? The scripture says, servant, be subject to your master. Your husband is master over you. He's Lord over you.
Can.
You know, get this Sirach 36:34.
Mm. 24.
36:24, yeah. So, okay. Yeah. Sirach 36:24, he said, he that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest. You know, so he that getteth a wife, he get a possession. You understand? Meaning that is his own.
That is servant.
That is his servant. So you know, so these women, you know, that think they need truth, right? And they're not doing the will, they're not sincere, and they're not doing the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, which is to serve their husband. You understand? Basically, you will die according to Apostle Taha. You will eat a ICBM.
Can.
Because really and truly, at the end of it all, the Mosai tabernacle will be built on men.
Can.
You know, we're not saying that it wouldn't have women in the kingdom, because it have sincere aquats, you know, that do the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, do the will of the husband.
Can. And also humble too. Can.
You know, so it have sincere aquats. You
And
know,
then
but
that some that just
but these other, how to put it, nigger women that think that they in the truth and being wicked or evil towards their husband, they're really not in the truth.
Can. They're only in it just because they're in love with their husband, not really because of the truth. You understand? Because their conduct is nothing like a woman of the scripture. Or like Sarah and them, Esther and them woman was that woman. That the woman we have now who they feeding the truth, but they ain't following nothing in the scriptures.
And you know, basically, you're just setting yourself up. You know, because the most I could easily remove you and replace you with somebody else.
Can.
So all you're just doing is just setting yourself up.
Can.
You understand? Yeah.
Well, with this all edification, you know, to the sincere Akiyam and Akwat who listening. And until then, we say all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And until then, we say Shalom.
Shalom.